On top of the Tab Touch starting gates, about to break. The favourite in the black and pink quarters in the middle of the field. They're racing, and it was a perfect line too as they hit the ground. And Naughty by Nature is actually one of the first to leave. Vital Image pushing up on its inside, and going forward is Moama Rose. In behind them came Rio Rogue as they negotiate the first corner. In behind them Flying God, Mist and Get, being followed by Royal Schwarcia, and settling down last is Hardly Quiet. Over into the back they head at the 1300 mark, and Naughty by Nature settles on top and doing it very comfortably here in the early part. 3/4 to a length clear of Moama Rose, with a mouth wide open, and taking off around them Flying God is letting loose. Flying God here in a muddlingly run early part to the race now goes to the top. Flying God extends to lead by 2 lengths over the favourite Naughty by Nature. A length and a half away is Moama Rose, and suddenly the pace went right on. Vital Image is 4th, and then a further 2 lengths to Rio Rogue. 3rd from last at the 850 is Mist and Get, being followed by Royal Schwarcia, and Hardly Quite last of all, about 7 from the leader, which is Flying God as they head down the side of the track, and it led by 2 over the raging favourite. In second spot, Naughty by Nature. 3/4 Moama Rose, and Vital Image is up running 4th by the 500. A bit more than a length to Rio Rogue. Mist and Get down on the inside next from Royal Schwarcia, and still a length and a half behind them Hardly Quiet. Flying God will bring them for home. On the point of the corner led the way Naughty by Nature, cruising up with Moama Rose making a line of 3, and then Rio Rogue a length and a half away. Back behind them Vital Image at the 250. Moama Rose on the outside. Pike goes to work now on Naughty by Nature, and down the outside running on Rio Rogue. Naughty by Nature, Moama Rose and Rio Rogue together across the track. Naughty by Nature under the vigour of Pike is lifting, however, and Naughty by Nature down on the inside. Pat has won it narrowly from Rio Rogue, Moama Rose, and they staged a great battle. Vital Image ran 4th, then Mist and Get, Royal Schwarcia, Flying God weakening, and Hardly Quiet is last all the way. Good battle here to start the program, but it's Naughty by Nature. Pike pulling out all stops there on the Trade Fair filly to get her home. He was inclined to just walk them in the early stages, and so Pat Carberry decided to let loose on Flying God and at least put some speed on in the race. Naughty by Nature there switched off, tracked up second, and down on that cutaway after getting past Flying God has held on from Rio Rogue and Moama Rose, and the trio came away from Vital Image. So the short-priced favourite saluting. Good-looking filly by Trade Fair from Katrenza by Star Way. For Mrs. S. Miller, Craig Sherry, S.H. Sherry, B.J. Sherry and D.P. Sherry, T. Sherry, G. Lavender, Mrs. N. Lavender and W.H. Lavender. W. Coucher, D.P. Coucher, G. Hankinson, A. Bassire, R. Thorne, D. Gemelli, Vic Payno, G. Bond, J. Boucher, John Gartrell, and trained by Jason Miller, ridden by William Pike. Could be the start of a very good day for Pike as well. Number 2, Rio Rogue, second in by Blackfriars out of Aqua Maze for Bellis Racing. Ivan Haggerty, Jason Whiting. 3rd is number 4, Moama Rose by Universal Ruler from El Costamar for Impressive Racing and Partners. Darren McAuliffe, Lucy Warwick, and Vital Image finished in 4th place. 5, 2, 4 and 1. The second is the Tab Touch Better Your Bet Maiden over the 1200. 3 Nero Dio, 7 Like a Jaguar are the scratchings. 8 starters there in the next, which goes at 24 minutes after 2 o'clock. We'll head down to the yard, and the favourite at $1.45, and I'm sure that punters were really starting to urge Pike on as the challenges were coming thick and fast, but she was good enough to win by a long neck. A long head second and third. The time is 1:48.14. Home in 36.30 as we take it back to the yard with Britt Taylor.
Thanks very much, Darren. I've got Jason Miller. Jason, we can see plenty of owners' names in the book as well as plenty in the yard here. Tell us the story about this horse. Was it one you bought, bred? What was the story?
My wife actually picked her out at the sales, and yeah, got a good bunch of owners in it, and yeah, it's good to get a win on the board. But she's been that's where she got her name from. She's a bit naughty, so it's been a long process with her, but yeah, she's coming good.
Well, it's always good when the ones that are a little bit tedious to handle, and she's clearly proved dividends today. $1.45, were you surprised with how short she was, or were you expecting her to just win today?
Look, you know, on her form, I thought she should win. But you can, 1700, 3-year-old, you've got to be a little bit cautious. So, Yeah, and I didn't really want her in front, and that was the way it planned out. So there was a couple of anxious moments up the straight, but she's done a good job, and she'll go out now.
I know you don't usually give Willie instructions, but was it something that you outlined to him that you'd probably prefer her not to be leading, because he seemed pretty happy to let Paddy cross?
Yeah, I did say try and get a bit of cover. Just so she ran out the 17 strong. But look, she done a good job. She had to do a bit of bullocking work early and then lead the get exposed at the corner. So yeah, I was really happy with the effort.
You mentioned she'll go out now. Is that in view of the Oaks later in the year?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. And when you buy a horse and they're nice filly, you always have like a goal in the back of your mind. So if she could measure up to her Oaks, I'd be really happy. And if she doesn't, we can always look elsewhere.
Well, congratulations on this win today.
Thank you.
Jason Miller, and must give some credit to wife Sarah for picking out the horse here, Naughty by Nature. And interesting to know that the horse is one that has been a little bit naughty, a little bit temperamental. She is by trade fair, and it seems to be a very common theme with some of the stock is that they can just be a little bit temperamental, but when they get up over a bit of ground, can be very effective. And clearly that's the sort of plans they have for Naughty by Nature, to be tipped out now with the view of heading towards 3-year-old features. And great to see a bunch of owners here in the mounting yard to watch their filly salute the judge for the first time today. Certainly has been just suggesting that it wants ground, the fastest last 200 at its last 2 starts. First time Willie's been aboard in a race. Chris was aboard at both previous starts. So William getting a feel for this filly. Willie on the board early. Congratulations. Jay's saying that he probably hoped you'd find a bit of cover. You found yourself out in front early, but were you happy to let Paddy cross?
Yeah, I was very happy to let Paddy go. Paddy didn't sort of go and try and walk us either, which was good. He went and tried to flow, and I was happy for the cover.
Coming into the corner, did you feel like you were travelling like the winner?
Yeah, I did. I had a nice bit of horse under me, but when I first went for her, I actually struggled a little bit for the first 100 metres or so, and then I think a bit of good fitness and that kicked in late, and she was strong on the line.
When you were saying you were just struggling for a moment there, do you think that's just a little bit of experience as well, just learning what the caper's all about, such a lightly raced filly?
Yeah, I think so. I think I come into the straight travelling really well. Thought I was going to let down and have 3 lengths, but I probably might have nearly nursed her too long, and then when I let her go, I probably probably left myself a little bit vulnerable. So, but first time 17, I was trying to nurse her through that.
Well, she found the post when she needed to. Well done.
Thank you.
William Pike.